If you're tired of feeling burnt out, unfulfilled, lack of motivation, literally miserable in this job that you're in, and you dream of doing something for yourself, then you will want to watch this video. Here are the 5 hacks that I wish I knew sooner when I was going from working full-time in a corporate job that I was absolutely miserable in and so burnt out and unfulfilled, to quitting within 10 months to working for myself and becoming a full-time creator and female entrepreneur. So let's just get right into it. But first, if you're new here, hi, I'm Rebecca. I am your self-development big sis, and on my channel, you can expect to get little pieces of digestible, simple self-development content to really help you go from surviving to thriving. So about 3 years ago, I quit my corporate job. Exactly 3 years ago, May of 2021, I went from working in a corporate job, 90-hour weeks, so unfulfilled, underpaid, like truly cried every single day at my shitty boss, to now working for myself for officially 3 years now full-time, which is absolutely crazy. And I'm so grateful that I get to do this. And I want to help you too, because I have seen personally what it means to go from being so soul sucked from your job in an unfulfilling position to actually doing something that you want to do and feeling so fulfilled by it every day, that I want to make sure that you can get there as well. And I used to work in a consulting corporate job that just truly I knew wasn't for me. And I had to take a leap of faith, which was the scariest decision I've ever made, to quit that job, leave my security, leave all of that behind to take a risk on myself. And I'm so grateful that I did. So if you're watching this right now, maybe this is the sign that you need to start the side thing that you've been wanting to start. Maybe you've been too scared of it, or maybe it's your sign to take that big leap of faith. I don't know where you're at, but I know that the best things in my life have always been on the other side of fear. So I'm so grateful that I did that. But anyways, this video is not necessarily about my journey to becoming a full-time content creator, but rather the things that have helped me on my journey to working for myself for officially 3 years now. So let's get into the 5 hacks that helped me get ahead, and I want you to get ahead as well. Number 1 hack. If you are somebody who dreams of doing something big, of doing something different, of having your own career, your dream business, whatever it is that you want to do, the number 1 rule is that you cannot be listening to what other people have to say. If you want to be successful and you want to do something different than what everyone else is doing, then that is going to come with the opinions from the people who are doing what everyone else is doing, because they are too insecure to take a leap of faith and they see what you're doing as intimidating or threatening. So they try to put you down. But here's the thing, no one, and I mean no one, who is doing better than you will put you down in that way, because they know what it takes to get there and they would encourage you along the way. It's only from the people who are too scared to take the risk or to put themselves out there in that way that are gonna criticize you because you intimidate them. So remind yourself that if you truly want to be successful and do something different, you cannot listen to what anyone else has to say about it, because trust me, everyone thought I was crazy. When I told them I was gonna quit my job and work for myself, they were like, what? You're gonna make money off Instagram? You're gonna do what? Like, are you nuts? What if this happens? What if that happens? Like, everyone had something to say about it. And now they're asking me years later, how did you do it? I wanna do something like that. Can you help me? How did you do it? So remind yourself that everyone always has something to say in the beginning, but that doesn't mean you should listen to it. Only voice you should be listening to is the voice of your intuition, the voice of your inner soul, your inner path, because it knows best. And that's all I decided to listen to. I said, I'm not gonna listen to you guys. Thank you for your input, but I'm gonna listen to my own inner voice and my intuition. I'm only gonna follow that. And it was the best decision I've ever made. Number 2, a big hack, and something that I don't hear enough people talking about, is that there is such value in working on your side thing along a full-time job. So I'm not here to tell you to just quit cold turkey and not have any backup plan or any savings or whatever. I had a lot of savings that helped me because I was working my corporate job. And I think there's also a beauty in not having to monetize your side thing, or not having to live off of your side thing while it's still in its infancy stages. Because I think that's something that really helped me, was that I didn't have the pressure of monetizing my channels, my social accounts in the beginning, and I really could just show up authentically, and I wasn't concerned about monetizing because I had my full-time job that was providing me with my income. So there is a beauty in having both, and I don't want you to feel like you need to 100% go right away into a side thing. Of course, there's gonna be a time and place where your side thing might start to suffer if you're not investing all of your time and energy into it, but at least to begin with, don't have any shame in needing to do both, okay? There is a beauty that comes with not having the pressure of living off of your side thing in the beginning. Number 3, this one, most people aren't gonna tell you. Truly, most people are not gonna tell you this one, and I'm not just saying it because nobody told me this, and it's something that I now look back on and was like, this was actually the most helpful thing that helped me in my journey. And that was working on my mindset and working on becoming the version of myself who was a successful business owner, who was a person who was working for herself, who was somebody who could quit her full-time job. And this one's gonna be a little bit more abstract because it could look different for everyone. But for me personally, I had to become this version of myself who could be capable of doing those things. Because if I kept playing it small and I kept putting myself down, and if I didn't have the right mindset, the right inputs, how was I gonna get the right outputs? And I'll give you an example. Every morning I did a visualization. I did a visualization every single morning before work, and I would visualize myself waking up, having a slow morning, drinking my matcha, not answering to my shitty boss, and just having a grand old time with the day, okay? And guess what happened? Less than 10 months later, I woke up and those mornings were happening every single day. Not to say that was the only thing that helped me get there, but I want to stress to you how important it is to get your subconscious mind, your beliefs, your body, your nervous system, everything about you in check with becoming this next level version of yourself, with becoming this successful creator, this successful entrepreneur, this person who can quit their job. You have to be filling your mind up with positive affirmations, because here's the thing, our subconscious mind is gonna try to keep us safe. And it's very dangerous, quote unquote, because it's unsafe, it's unfamiliar to the body and to the mind to quit and to do something completely different. And so I had to keep reprogramming my brain into believing, tricking myself into believing that this was actually the most best thing for me. And I had to continually work on my mindset every single day, continue the positive affirmations, continue the positive reprogramming into becoming this version of myself who could do that. I could make a whole video just on this topic. So comment and let me know if you want me to, because I don't want to make this video too long. Number 4, the 4th hack was consistency. And when I say consistency, I don't just mean grind, focus on this goal, set this goal, achieve this, I don't really mean that. When I mean consistency with the inputs, consistency with the self. Because here's the thing, you're not gonna be able to get to where you want to go if you are inconsistent with your inputs rather than focusing on the outputs. And what do I mean by that? You might find yourself getting more stuck if you're focused on the outputs, on the money, on the follower count, on the external things that come as a result from the inputs. And a lot of people get stuck in this position because they think, why is this not happening? I don't have this amount of numbers, this followers, this money, when rather they should be focusing on the things that they can control, which are the inputs. How much are you doing? How many pieces of content are you creating? How much are you working on yourself and your mindset? How are you consistently showing up every day for yourself, for your future self? That is what you should be focused on the inputs and being consistent with yourself. Because if you're not consistent with yourself, if you say you're gonna do X, Y, and Z thing, you're gonna post every day, you're gonna create this business, you're gonna do these things, and you don't do it, you are shooting and killing your inner confidence. And if you don't have that consistency with the self, then it's gonna be a lot harder for you to be consistently successful with whatever endeavor you're doing. So I really want you to focus on the inputs, on the things you can control, on creating tangible goals that are in your control that you can actually achieve, rather than focusing on the external results of things. Lastly, hack number 5, this one's super important. And I want you to be able to get to a place where you are willing to try a lot of new things and try things quickly. Because the best thing that you can do for yourself and your business is being able to pivot. And that's something I had to do all the time, was realizing, trying this thing. I tried this new coaching. I did one-on-one coaching for this topic, and then I did group coaching, and then I made a course, and then I started posting about this thing, and then I started posting about that thing, and then I started a podcast, and then I tried this thing, and you tried that thing, and you get the point. Okay? Through trying new things, you figure out what is meant for you and what's not, and what's working and what's not working. But a lot of people get paralyzed and they stop and they don't try anything, which is the biggest mistake that you can make. The quicker you learn how to pivot and try new things, the quicker you will become successful and the quicker you will get to where you are trying to go. So don't be afraid to try a lot of new things and to pivot very quickly along the path. That's it for my 5 hacks today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know. Shoot me a comment. Let me know which hack was your favorite. And don't forget to subscribe to see all my future Self-Development Sunday videos and listen to my podcast if you want even more. It's linked in the show notes. So, sending all my love. Mwah.